Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing another story time, and within this video I'm going to be talking about me and pretty much public transport. So if you want to find out what I'm talking about, make sure you carry on watching. Where do I start with this one? So me and one of my closest friends and my partner, we've traveled, like all three of us have traveled together about 3 times now. Yeah, I think about 3 times now. And out of those 3 times, there has been 2 times where we've nearly missed our flights. The first time it happened, we were going to Barcelona, and we got to the airport in advance, like well in advance and everything like that. We had enough time, because when we got to the airport we actually had to wait a while before we could even check in. So we got there with enough time and everything like that. We checked in, everything was fine, we gave in our bag, we went through security, everything was coolio. And then what we decided, because we still had plenty of time before we had to get onto our plane, after we finished going through security, so we thought, oh, let's just grab something to eat, because we were all hungry and everything. So what we ended up doing, we ended up going to one of those sushi restaurants. I can't remember the sushi restaurant that we went to. I think it was like Wasabi or something like that. I can't remember, but we ended up going to there. So we all got something to eat, and we just sat down, we ate, we talked, just chilling, waiting for us, like, for time to go past so that we can all get on board. And then we finished eating, we're like, oh, before we go to the boarding gate, let's go to the toilet. So me and my friend, we ended up going to the toilet, and then my partner ended up also going to the toilet. He went to the toilet straight away. There was no queue and everything. Of course, for the women's toilet there's always a queue, so there was like a queue leading all the way to the outside. So me and my friend, we got to the queue, and we were standing there about a few seconds. Then we were like, nah, let's not go to the toilet because we might miss our flight. So as we're starting to turn back, I see another partner that's coming out. So we're like, oh, let's just go to the gate. The next thing I notice, we hear last call, flights to Barcelona, gate blah blah blah, now boarding. We're like, wait, what do you mean last call? We look at the time, I think we had like 5 minutes before we had to like they were closing the borders and everything. So we literally had to sprint from where we were all the way to the border gate, and we literally just got there in time, because when we got there was one more person in getting their passports checked, and if that person wasn't there yet, we would have, by the time we would have gotten there, that gate would have been closed, we would have been missing that flight, and our luggage would be going without us. So luckily that person was there. He was getting his passport checked to get onto the flight, and then we literally got there and we're they're huffing and puffing hyperventilating, how the heck do we nearly miss our flight? To me it doesn't make sense, because we checked the time and it was fine and we had plenty of time to spare, but yeah, we nearly missed our flights, but we didn't. So it was an adventure, but Barcelona was great. So that was the first time we nearly missed our flight. Second time, I just feel like, to be honest, it was probably my fault, but there's no excuse why we nearly missed it. There was no excuse, because what happened is, I feel like, so it was when we went traveling around Asia, and I feel like, from what I remember, I felt like we overslept, but not overslept we missed everything. I think we overslept by 10 minutes or something like that, not that bad. So we kind of rushed out of the hotel that we were staying at, but it wasn't too bad. We got to the train station, we looked at the train time, and this was in Kyoto, so in Kyoto, Japan. So we looked at the tube, we got to the tube station, sorry, and we needed to get the tube to the train station so that we can get was it the bullet train? Yeah, I think it was the bullet train, so that we could get the bullet train to the airport and everything like that. But anyway, so we got there, and we look at the timetables for the train, and there's says there's one at 6 something, I think 10 to 7, something like that, and then the next one is not until like 7:30 or something like that. I can't remember. So we all look at the time, and the thing is, there's already a train there, and we're like, nah, that's not our train. And we're like, nah, that's not our train. That's not, like, we can, like, to be honest, it was pretty much me saying that's not our train. And the thing is, like, my friend was like, no, this is our train, we need to get on it, we need to get on it. Me and my partner were like, nah, that's not our train, we're not getting on this train, not our train. Like, convinced this is not our train. And then we literally stand there looking at everyone getting on, and then like we watch the door close and we watch the train go, and we're there confident saying that's not our train. And then we're like, oh, but the train is meant to be here in 5 minutes, blah blah blah. 5 minutes go past, there's no train. 10 minutes go past, there's no train. So we're like, maybe that was a train. Nah. So I ended up getting my partner to go ask one of the train conductor people that tend to wander around, and we were like, oh, when is the next train? And they're like, it's not like till like, I think it was like 20 past 7 or 7:30, and we're like, we missed our train again. We missed our train, meaning we're gonna miss our other train, meaning we're gonna miss our flight. Okay, it's fine, it's okay. So we ended up waiting, and oh my gosh, the way like I'm huffing and puffing, like, oh, we're gonna miss our train, I'm panicking. By the way, yeah, this is like at 6 o'clock in the morning, like, this is all happening, so I'm not even like awake. I'm like, I hate mornings, so I'm not even awake, and this is all happening, and I'm just like, we're gonna miss our train, we're gonna get stuck in Japan, we won't be able to travel to all the other places that we've been to, and it was a whole kerfuffle, literally a whole kerfuffle. And then I feel like we nearly missed our flight, but we didn't, because when we got there, we were running around because we had to find the place we were going. We weren't sure where our flight was and everything, so we had to find our place where we were going, and we were literally running around with our big suitcases and everything like that. And then I feel like we got there and it was fine, and I think we had a few like moments after security and everything to still be able to get to the gate and, you know, don't rush yourself. But that morning was stressful, literally stressful. But all I say, make sure you check your timetables and make sure you arrive on time, because you don't want to be going through that missing the flights and everything. Because there has been one time where I've missed a flight. Well, not me personally. Well, yeah, me personally, because I was going to Portugal with my mum and my sister, and the day before, I think it was like a week before something, I was having a toothache, and I went to the dentist to try to fix it and everything was cool. Then I think the day before I was like having a bit of pain, but it wasn't too bad. I went to the dentist again, they're like, oh no, it's fine, she'll be fine. So on the day we were traveling, I wake up, half of my face is swollen, like out here swollen. And my mom, being my mom, I was like to her, I was like, nah, just leave it, let's just go on holiday, it'll eventually go down by itself. My mom was like, nah, we need to go back to the dentist, they need to give you antibiotics, we need to fix this before we go. And I'm just like, I can't be arsed with this, I really can't be arsed. So we ended up going back to the dentist ended up seeing half of my face swollen, so they ended up giving us antibiotics. So because of all of this, kind of, we ended up missing our flight. Like, we got the train, but I think the train wasn't like an anytime train, so we just got the we got whatever time we needed to get. And then when we got there, literally as we got to the check-in, they're like, sorry, we've closed the check-in times and everything, you're gonna have to book yourself onto another flight. Oh my god, I felt so bad, like so bad. But a little bit of me was like, we should have just left it, you know. I told you not to go to the dentist, I told you we could have just gone. But then I had an infection, so half of my face was swollen and everything. But the lady that was doing the check-in and everything, she was like, of course she was black, of course, and she was like, oh yeah, you missed your check-in like time slot, whatever it's called, and you're gonna have to book yourself onto another flight. And I was like trying to explain the situation, like what happened, why we missed it, blah blah blah. And then the lady has the decency saying, why didn't you slap her, why didn't you tell her off? Woman, was it my fault that I got an infection? No. Was it my fault that I got half of my face swollen? No. Don't be stepping up in here telling me what my mum what to do. She knows what happened. She told you what happened and you had the decency to tell us off. Anyway, that pissed me off on another level. Minus like half of my face being swollen and being in pain. I'm like, I can't be asked with this. I just want to go home. And then with this whole flight thing and everything. But we ended up fixing it. We ended up getting on to another flight and we ended up going to Portugal. So everything worked out in the end. But the moral of this story is make sure you check your flight. Make sure you check your time. Make sure you are there in advance so that you're not missing any flights or any transportation. So that's my moral of this story, and hopefully I won't get myself in any of these situations again, but you know, I'm me. It probably will happen again and again and again, and I'll never learn from it, but you know, it's life. But anyways, I'm gonna end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified every single time I upload. And I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye.